Hello everybody, welcome. This is Patty Bennett. Today we are going to be chatting about the Stampin' Up! Color Coach Wheel and Color Theory. We are actually wrapping up a 4-part series that I started last fall with Monochromatic Mondays. So you may remember some of those videos and blog posts and samples I've shared with you. We are going to go through the 4 categories that are listed in the Stampin' Up! Catalog along with the color wheel and how you can get a color coach. I have tons of samples to share with you today, and we are going to wrap up with some triadic color combos, which I had not yet shared in the series. So we have gone through monochromatic, analogous, complementary, and then today we'll be wrapping up this series with triadic colors. So if you are joining live, please say hello. Live would be Facebook on February 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you're watching later, you might be watching a replay on my blog, on YouTube, on Facebook. Wherever you are, say hello. I'd love to know that you're here, and we will officially get started in about 30 seconds, 60 seconds maybe. So just say hello and then hang tight for just a moment while we see who's here live, and then we will get started. Hey, Lori, Jackie, Mary, Shan, Debbie. Hi, everybody. So glad that you're here. I am excited about today because, you know, if you've followed me for any length of time, you know that color just makes me happy, right? The Stampin' Up! Colors just absolutely make me happy. So I am going to help you today to see how you can incorporate beautiful colors, beautiful Stampin' Up! Colors by using the Color Coach Wheel for your projects and your color selections. Hi, Faith. Welcome. Oh, we have 2 Debbies here today. Hello. So glad that you are all here. I think we're just barely at the top of the hour, so let's give everybody about 30 more seconds to find the live, and then we will officially get started. Hi, Jan. I'm glad you're excited to learn more about colors. Hi, Leela. Yes, color squee. Hi, Colleen. Hello, Lori. Thank you, Lori. She said she is loving my Friday videos. So sweet of you. I have done videos since 2008, but weekly, I have been doing them on Fridays since 2020. So we have many years of weekly lives on my YouTube channel for replays. Hi, Josie. Good morning. Hello, Ethel. Hi, Anne. I was just thinking about you this morning, Anne. I am excited to see you at On Stage in a couple weeks. Hi, Johanna. Hello, everybody. Hi, Janice. Hey, Jan. Hello, Kelly. Hi, Terry. Yay, catching me live. So excited. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and get started because it is officially the top of the hour and I don't want to keep you waiting. So if you missed the beginning, this is Patty Bennett. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You will be able to find the supplies for our triadic cards that I'm going to share with you today on my blog, both today and tomorrow. So that's pattystamps.com. And if you need to shop for any of these supplies, you certainly can. I do have everything listed on my my blog, so you can hop over there if you want to. And then we are going to review today using the Stampin' Up! Color Coach. There are 4 main categories that Stampin' Up! Has listed in the catalog. So let me just show you this. If you're not familiar with page 132, 133 in the catalog, they do have the Color Coach Wheel here, printed here, and then the 4 categories. So we started last fall with Monochromatic Mondays. I did a whole series of monochromatic cards. We've talked about complementary. I have those on my blog. The analogous category we have had on my blog. However, I had not done triadic yet. I was a little bit afraid of triadic colors, and I'll explain that more when we get to that category at the end. But I want to point out that the Stampin' Up! Color wheel or color coach that demonstrators received last March at the Houston Onstage event is like the one in the catalog. So you'll see all the colors here, including in colors. When Stampin' Up! Saw the demand and the popularity of this color wheel that they gave us as a gift, they started to produce one and started to sell it last fall. And you'll see it looks a little bit different. The first thing you might notice is pumpkin pie is really wide, crushed curry's really wide, and it doesn't have the in colors on it. So you can purchase this one. If you are interested in incorporating in colors, then just refer to this page 132 in the catalog. Don't get rid of this catalog. If you need to, you could rip this page out and put it in a page protector and keep it so that you have a wheel that shows the in colors, because this one does not. So some of the combos you're going to see me mention today really are pulled from this one or here because they include in colors. But either one works. It's the same 4 basic principles or categories. I just wanted to point that out right away so that if you order it and you're thinking, wait, mine looks a little bit different, you'll understand why. So let me see. I'm just catching to see if there were any comments or questions that I needed to address yet. Okay, I don't think so. Fabulous. So we will move on. So in addition to having this great tool, I wanted to show you a couple things that might help you in using color in your projects. One thing I do is I purchase the assortment packs of all of the Stampin' Up! Cardstock packages. So the 4 color families plus the 2 in color families. And I cut them into quarters and I label them. And I often use these to just thumb through and say like, well, let's see, what green will I like best with Poppy Parade? And I can sort of just flip through and say, oh, okay, look, I like Granny Apple Green and Poppy Parade together. And so I have those handy and I can see that right away without actually starting a project. So I don't have to cut into cardstock or find a scrap. I just have all these. I do have this as a free download in several of my blog posts, and it will also be available in tomorrow's blog post, March 1st. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll do my best to remember to link it up in the top of the description. So that's one thing that you might do, is just buy the assortment packs and keep this at your desk and have this resource handy to you. Another thing that you might find helpful is, like I was saying, referring to this color wheel, or you can just look through the color family pages in the catalog, and there are lots of pretty pictures, lots of ideas, ways to combine your colors. So those pages are a great resource as well. Another thing you can always do is look at your package of designer paper, because on the back or in the online store, you will see listed all of the colors used. Those are great inspirations for combining your colors. And then finally, if you haven't ever downloaded this from my previous blog posts, this is available to demonstrators on the demonstrator website. It is also, I've posted the link many times. It will be in my post again tomorrow. This they call the Color Coach, and it goes through in rainbow order. So it starts with Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Poppy Parade, Melon Mambo, Pretty in Pink, etc. So there's several pages of this through all the colors, and it gives you ideas for combining colors when you pick your main color. So again, let's say I wanted to pick Poppy Parade as the color I want to use for a flower, and I'm not sure what greens I might want to use. I can look here and I can get ideas, or I can look at this nice primary combo, and you can flip through all of this. You can cut these up. They kind of cut into baseball card sizes. You can punch a hole, put them on a ring. I just keep mine as whole pages, but that's a ring is really a great resource. So those are some additional resources for you when you are looking at color and deciding what colors you want to use. So the whole point of this is going to be to help you to see how to use color, how the colors interact with each other, and how to combine them to help you create something that you like, that creates a mood or a feeling that you like. And hopefully the previous posts that I have been posting since last fall, starting with Monochromatic Mondays, have been of help to you, but we're going to review them. So I have a box of Monochromatic. We're going to go through that, complementary, analogous, and then we will talk about Triadic that gave me stress. I know, crazy, right? So hopefully the previous videos and posts will have been of some help to you, I hope. I have several different types of graphics that I have posted. I have linked to the recap of all of them in the blog post. So I've doing my best to give you all the resources to help you out. So let's look at monochromatic. Basically what monochromatic means, and if you forget, don't worry, because you can just refer to page 133. So monochromatic basically means that you pick one color. And you might go a shade lighter or darker of that color, but basically it's going to be like a pink project, a blue project, a green project, a purple project, whatever. And it shows you here that maybe you're going to pick Highland Heather, but look, Gorgeous Grape is a great combination to go with that, or Lemon Lime Twist and Granny Apple Green, Petal Pink and Calypso Coral. So let's look at that on the color wheel and let's see what exactly that would mean. So I don't want to go back to Poppy Parade. Let's pick a different color. So let's say that we just wanted to make like a blue card. So maybe I'm going to pick Night of Navy, but Blueberry Bushel would be a great color to combine with that. Or maybe I want to make a boho blue card, but look, Misty Moonlight would be a great color to put with it. So basically you're just kind of picking one color. That is the easiest one to think about. And I've blogged all of these samples before. I haven't kept them all. I've kept a few of them. Like we can look at this one. This is just Lemon Lolly and Daffodil Delight. So really it's just a yellow card. And then you're always, well, not always, but most of the time you are either going to combine white, vanilla, or maybe basic beige as your neutral. So this one I've combined white on a note card, and then black is always a super great pop to give your colors just like that little zing. So just basically one color. This one was one I just did in all Poppy Parade. I have done several where I've blended like 3 colors that are near or next to each other, and that would also be an example of monochromatic. The easiest type of monochromatic would just be to grab something like this designer paper that has all of these different patterns in Night of Navy. So that would just be a Night of Navy monochromatic card. Another example of just a plain blue card, right? Blueberry Bushel. This was actually sent to me by Stampin' Up. Natalie White sent this beautiful card. And so this is just kind of a fresh freesia or petunia pop. Like it's probably petunia pop, sorry. It's just one color, but look how beautiful with the addition of the glimmer paper. And I mentioned adding black. So here we just have a peach pie monochromatic card, but anytime you can add black, it really adds a great pop to a monochromatic card. And then, like I said in the beginning, you don't just have to have just like one color and the color next to it. Here, my basic color was Calypso Coral, but you can see I kind of jumped over here into Melon Mambo and made it just a little more of a rainbow. It's still within, see if you use the little window here, Calypso Coral and Melon Mambo, that's still within the monochromatic window. And really, you know what, in the end, It's whatever makes you happy and whatever you want to use. It's not a rule. There are no color coach police that are going to come knock on your door. You do what you love. But this is just sort of a little way to expand one color into an additional range of colors. So monochromatic, just a little wrap up of monochromatic, basically means that you have one color and you are working with that one color, and maybe you just go one color to the left or one color to the right, like this one, Granny Apple Green and Lemon Lime Twist. They're next to each other. So those were my two colors I combined for monochromatic on there. So that's really the easiest one. If you're ever super stuck, just look at the wheel and say, I'm going to pick one color, and then I'm going to either go to the right or the left, and that is going to be my combination, and you'll have super easy, super simple monochromatic cards to, or color combos to play with. So next on our list, let's look at Analogous, because Analogous, I think, is the next easiest to teach, think about, work with, etc. So let's grab our wheel. I actually just love this one with the in colors, but like I said, you can refer to that in the catalog. This is the one that's for sale right now. So Analogous, we're going to look at this window that says Analogous, and all that it's really done is taken the complementary window and spread it out to include, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colors. So you could say, okay, well, I wanted to go back to that blue card, but I really want to expand into the greens, the blue greens, or maybe I want to go over this way and I want to do blue and I want to add purples. Or we can spin it around here and say, oh, look at all of these beautiful oranges and pinky oranges and pinky reds that I could combine. So you're just spinning it around until you find a color combination or color, not really combination, but range of colors that you love or that fits your particular project. So if we go here, and you can kind of block it out like this if that helps you. It's like, okay, that would be great for fall. I could pick any of those 10 colors and work with those for fall. But maybe I want to spin it around to this area, and I'm thinking that looks more springy. So I'm going to pick some of those 10 colors for spring. Or maybe you're working on something that has a lot of greenery and you just spin it this way and you say, okay, which of those greens am I going to use? So that's Analogous. It's several colors that touch each other, just looking in that Analogous window. So let's look at a few examples. This, and I know Anne is here, Anne sent me this card, and this is a great example because you just have all the wonderful shades of yellows and oranges, and it's based on the fruit salad paper. So again, going back to that thought about using your designer paper to help you with color combinations. Here we have an example of looking into the violets and the red violets with freesia and berry burst and Highland heather. And I just picked 3 or 4 colors within that window. Here we are going to go kind of from the blues into the blue greens. So Lost Lagoon, Pool Party, Night of Navy, Boho Blue, those colors are all within that Analogous. Well, if I spin the wheel, you'd see that. So see this range in here? That's what's represented in this card. Again, pulling from the designer paper. And then let's spin it around over here. So we are kind of going from peach pie into the Calypso corals, into the mambo. And actually, I stretched it a little bit because I went into bubble bath. So I guess I could fudge it just a little bit, but I went one more and I pulled in the bubble bath with this. And this was just doing the, the blending brushes and ink on white cardstock. So just that nice broad range of colors. Here are some more analogous colors using the blues and the blue greens and the yellow greens. Same kind of idea here, Peacock, Lagoon, Summer Splash, and Pool Party. And then the red violets are nice analogous colors. Oh, I thought I had that sample to show you. Well, I guess I have the photo to show you. And so here we just have 3 colors instead of expanding it into 4 or 5 or 6 colors. And then this is a nice fall range going all the way from your copper clay down to the Daffodil Delight. So we can look at that in this window. So copper clay down into the yellows here using 4 colors within that window. And this would have been nice too. Cajun Craze and Calypso. That's kind of your fall looking colors. So I'm going to pause and just see if there were any questions, and then we'll move on to the third category. Oh, Jean, I'm glad it's going to be helpful to you. Yay. Let's see. Jan says her color wheel has smaller slits. You know what? So now I'm just comparing. So let me just look here. Complementary is like 4 or 5. Yes. I don't know that the slits are smaller. I think because these colors are wider, you're not, like if you twist it over to here, you're not seeing 10 colors. And that might be what you're looking at, Jan. I'm not sure. But like I said, you can always use the one in the catalog, page 132, if you want to get all of the other colors. Let's see. Did you know that if a dotted circle... Oh, sorry, that has nothing to do with this. I'll come back to that. Let's see. I'm glad you're liking these, Kathleen. Thank you. Yes, Liz, I agree. I agree. Okay, awesome. I am glad that you guys are enjoying this. So we've done, to me, the 2 easiest, the monochromatic and the analogous. And now let's look at complementary. So complementary basically means that they are directly across the wheel from each other. So if we just, you can look at either wheel, doesn't matter. If you just say, okay, Poppy Parade, what would be the complementary? I'm going to go straight across. It would be Shaded Spruce. Let's just randomly pick another one. Highland Heather, I'm going to go straight across and I'm going to get into the yellows, Lolly and Daffodil. Let's see, let's do like Blueberry Bushel. So that comes across into Curry, or if I'm using this one, I know I used this on a project. Blueberry Bushel also comes into the oranges because you have blue and orange, or purple and yellow are your complementary colors. So it's, there isn't a line on this one, but these 2 openings both say complementary. So when you, let's say you're going to make a berry burst card and you want to know what is a complementary color to that, you're coming over here and you're seeing the greens. So you just look at those 2 windows. There isn't an actual line like I did on my graphics. But on this one, I chose the blue and the peach for the complementary colors, and then I added yellow, which just moves it over 1 little spot. And that's always a really good, safe combination to use because it's very pleasing to the eye. That's basically what complementary colors mean. And here I did the same type of card, but purple and yellow, because those are across from each other. So you have your purples and your yellows across from each other. So that's always a very safe bet to do as well. And then pinks and greens. So going across the wheel, if we go like the freesia, bubble bath, berry burst, petunia, and we go straight across and we come up with these greens. That's what I did in this card. It's all just those red violets and these and the yellow greens. So that, again, easy to do because there's not a lot of guesswork. You just look straight across. And this is actually, I guess, kind of the same. The purples and the greens directly across from each other. Oh, this got lost. I think this goes with this one. There we go. Oh, another one. This must be one of my favorites, the pinks and greens. I really enjoy a bright pop of pink like Mambo or Berry Burst or Petunia Pop, and then a green. It's just, that really is pleasing to my eye. And like I said in the beginning, this is all about really what is pleasing to your eye and letting this guide you to help you to look at the Stampin' Up! Colors. The blue and orange, again, this was just straight from the Stampin' Up! Designer paper pack, so let that guide you as well with choices for colors. And the blues and blue violets and the greens, the Petunia Pops and the greens, another great combination of colors. This one, you know what? I think I put this one in the wrong box because this one is actually more of an analogous. Sorry about that. This was a card that we made at the Stampin' Up! On Stage event last March, and it was to introduce us to some of the new colors. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know about these colors, but as soon as I got the card finished, I really enjoyed that. So, it's, I don't know, it's loosely complimentary because it's Petunia Pop, but then it diverted over here to peach. So it's close, but well, we'll just call this a pretty combo. How's that? It's not officially one of the 4 combinations. So monochromatic, complementary, and analogous, really, I think the easiest ones to work with. So now let's talk about triadic. Let me just see if there were any questions. Let's see. If you just think in general colors, you'll find that you can stretch. Yeah, exactly, Liz. And again, it's whatever makes you happy and whatever colors you like, then go with that. You don't have to stick with these rules. I'm just trying to give you some tools to help you a bit. Okay, so let's talk about triadic. So triadic is this one that has these 3 lines. They each say triadic, and you have 3 small windows. Each one has 4 colors. And I always kind of looked at them and I said, really? Like Petunia Pop, Pumpkin Pie, and Summer Splash? I don't think so. I was just like, no. So I would twist it around. Okay, let's look at this. Let's see. Boho Blue, Granny Apple Green, Pretty in Pink. Okay, that's a little bit more of my style. Okay, yeah, maybe. But some of these, when I was twisting it around, I was like, I just don't know about these colors. And so I avoided them. So it's been like 6 months since we started this series. 5 months. And I've avoided triadic. Okay, last weekend, I was doing this color theory presentation for my dear friend Anne Granger in Canada and for her team. And I said to them, so here we have actually, this is funny. This is the 3 triadic combos, or the 2 triadic combos I just showed you. So this was Petunia Pop, Pumpkin Pie, and Lost Lagoon. This is Pretty in Pink, Granny Apple Green, and Boho Blue. No. Is this Boho? No, this isn't. I think this is Azure Afternoon. And I was like, you guys, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I just don't know. And Anne said this reminded her of Friends of the Ocean. And I said, Oh, and this gives me an idea. So I want to show you what I did to kind of overcome my objections or my fear about the triadic color combos. So what I did was I pulled out the Friends of the Ocean, or wait, the paper is called something else. What is the paper called? I think it's called something different, isn't it? Let me find it. Okay, well, where is it, people? What page would I find that on? Isn't it in here? Is it an online exclusive? I guess I should just pull out, I think it's an online, oh no, here it is. I thought it was in here. Okay, so I pulled out Friends of the Ocean designer paper. Okay, I pulled it out and I swatched using my blends the 6 colors that are in this paper. Mambo, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Lemon Lime, Twist, and Summer Splash. And actually, let me pull these colors out. Let me do it without bumping the camera. So hang on one second. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to grab them without knocking over my camera. I wonder if they're already out somewhere because they're not up here. Well, we'll just go with this. Okay, so anyway, so I pulled out the 3 colors and that helped me to look at those 3 colors as a triadic color combo from the wheel. And I just simply pulled those 3 colors into my card. So Berry Burst and Pumpkin Pie and Summer Splash, they are all right there in the designer paper. I pulled in the dotted paper from the In Color pack that has Summer Splash and die cut these cute little creatures right out of the paper and made a card. And I went, oh my gosh, I am like over the stress of triadic colors just by doing that one thing. And I thought, okay, so now what else can I do? So then I grabbed the Wildflower Birthday paper and I noticed that in its colors, it used another triadic combo, Pretty in Pink, Granny Apple Green, and Blueberry Bushel. So I just used the supplies right there within the paper. And sure enough, there you go. Triadic color combos made easy, no stress. Just use your markers to swatch the colors, or you could pull out your ink pads, or like I showed in the beginning, you could just pull those colors right out of here and hold them next to each other and just see if you like them. And then either create a card from scratch or right here what I did, just use the designer paper as your inspiration. So that is how I overcame my fear of triadic colors. So I want to know, do any of the 4 color categories, or combination categories, I should say, do any of them, I don't want to say scare you. Are you intimidated by any of them? Are there any of them that you were unsure of? Are you thinking like, oh, now I get it. Now I can use these. I am going to start combining them because, sorry, just picking up my lost piece of paper, because now I understand how to use the wheel, how to make monochromatic, analogous, complementary, or triadic combinations work with the color coach, the color wheel. Just curious. I'm just going to look over here at the comments. Yes, Unexpected Robin Dawn likes the Triadic. Yes, Faith, the Stampin' Up! DSP is a great help. Absolutely. Oh, good. Jan's going to try Triadic. Awesome. You're welcome, Holly. Thanks, Melinda. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, the blue and pink is beautiful, Holly, isn't it? Let's see. You're welcome, Tammy. I'm glad that explaining the little slits was helpful to you in seeing how to use the color wheel. Oh, Dawn, Dawn, you probably missed the beginning. Let me explain again for those of you who are joining in later. So Stampin' Up! Has the color wheel in the catalog, page 132. It includes all of our current colors, including in colors. Last March in Houston at Onstage, Stampin' Up! Gave us this wheel. And it's the same, all the colors, including the in colors. When they saw the popularity and the demand for this product, they produced it for sale. It was last fall sometime that this came out. But they did it without the in colors so that they could keep selling it year after year and not redoing it every year. So the one that is actually for sale is this one. And if you want to reference the in colors, keep your copy of this year's catalog that is expiring in a few weeks, and keep this, because then you will have all of the colors, including the in colors. And I didn't talk about the back. I really should. If you ever forget what those 4 categories are, you can always reference the back, and it gives you a little kind of synopsis. And then the neutrals are on here as well. They did not include those on the front, although the new one does have vanilla and pecan pie. So vanilla and pecan pie are neutral colors that they added into this wheel. So they are a little bit different, but either way, you would have both if you purchase the one for sale, and then this is identical to the one in the catalog. And you, between the two, you have, you'd be able to reference both, access to both. That's the word I was trying to think of. So let's see, what else? What else? Were there any questions? Oh, I'm glad you like the paper swatch idea. Awesome. Yes, you could cut these into 1/8. They don't have to be quarters. Absolutely. Whatever works for you. Yeah. Let's see. Leela says, where I get confused is if it's analogous, but it also has a triadic. Okay, but again, don't worry about it. Do what works for your eye and whatever you like. So if you need to stretch it a little bit, or you're doing analogous, but you want to pull in that complementary color, absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. It's whatever, in the end, whatever you love. Kathleen says the earth tones are a challenge for her. And if you've followed me for any of my 30 years, you know that earth tones are my challenge as well. You know me, everything's bright. All the pretty bright colors. Thanks, Turi. I'm glad that you liked the tips. Good. Susan's going to give Triadic a try. Awesome. I'm glad it was helpful, Janice. Thank you. Let's see. Good, Debbie. I'm glad you are encouraged. Yes, it is a wonderful tool, Shirley. Absolutely. So Lois said that the Friends of the Ocean wasn't really her favorite. And I will be honest with you. I was a little on the fence. I like it because it's bright. But I was kind of like, But really, once I started die cutting and layering, I was just like, oh, I love this. I just love it. It's funny how that happens, right? Yes, the floral and the blueberry bushel, straight out of the Wildflower Birthday Designer Paper Pack. Who said that? Josie? Yeah, no, Lois said that. Yeah, straight out of that package. Absolutely just using everything that they already put together in that package to inspire that card. Did anybody miss the beginning? Does anybody need a little review? Are we all caught up on the 4 categories? I have linked to all of my previous posts in tomorrow's pattystamps.com post. That would be March 1st. That blog post will have, a reference of all the links. And I hope that you find it helpful to review those posts and videos, or maybe this one is helpful enough just to see a recap of all of the colors. Oh, good, Jackie. I'm glad you found it helpful. Liz says the back sides of the ocean papers are marvelous. Let's look at that because I have it handy. Ah, yes, I see what you mean. Let's take these out. What fun. Look at those. This kind of reminds me of my life in the 70s a little bit. Makes me think of Laugh-In. Most of you are probably too young for that. But I'll tell you, my favorite piece is this one. Look at that. If Stampin' Up! Made this piece in all different color combos, it's kind of like the Full of Life paper a little bit, but if we had this in all the color combos, oh my gosh, I just love this piece. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And I love pulling in the lemon lime twist in here with the Coastal Cabana. I think that is really gorgeous in this paper. So yes, just even if you didn't make a card with the lobsters, using this color combination is a great inspiration or jumping off point. Yeah, 70s Laugh-In, Liz, right? Peter Max, yep. Thank you, Robin. I'm glad you enjoyed this review. Oh, good. Lois does rely on DSP for coordinating colors. Yes. And I don't know if oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. I don't know if any of you use it, but in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, wherever they have designer paper, they list some nice color combinations as well. And it may not be every color in the pack, but they do list the colors that are in it that might go together and give you inspiration. So wherever you see a pack of the Stampin' Up! Designer paper, always look for those colors just for some inspiration for your projects. Okay, I don't see any. Oh yeah, the wavy piece. Isn't it beautiful, Liz? I know, totally beautiful. I don't see any other questions, but I'm happy to hang out a minute if you have questions, if you need anything answered. And hopefully this was a help. I will see you all next week for another live, and then I will be in Raleigh, North Carolina for the Stampin' Up! On-stage event after that. So there will be a week where I don't have a live with you, but I hope that you'll come back next week for whatever I share. I don't know what I'm sharing next week. Sometimes I know ahead of time, sometimes I don't. So something will be fun next week. I promise you that. Oh, if you're watching live today, February 28th, today's the last day of celebration, and then we have new products coming on February 4th. So that's probably what I should do, right? Is use some more of the new products that I've been sharing the beautiful, lovely garden with you that I love. It's just my favorite new thing. So I've been sharing that, but I should probably pick something else and share something new with you. Thank you, Holly. Yes, Johanna, let me address that. So she said, am I going to keep doing Facebook Lives with the changes? So it does not affect me at all because I put every one of my Facebook Lives on YouTube. So there's 500 videos on my YouTube channel. Everything is archived there and it's all on my blog. So the fact that Facebook is going to take the videos down after 30 days doesn't really affect me, because you can go to my blog and you can go to YouTube and you can see all of my weekly videos there. So yes, I will absolutely keep doing Facebook Lives. Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for, I know tomorrow is March. Can you even believe that, Lois? Crazy. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead, and I hope you get some time to craft and play with some color combinations. And I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.